Hello, this is CV Dr. Angelo, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to build the ultimate CV to get any high-paying job you could ever want.
The do's and the do nots of making the ultimate CV. I'll teach you right now. Starting with number one. Always make sure you put in a neat, professional, introductory paragraph in your CV. Your CV should start as follows: your name, your address, your telephone number, your email, and make sure your email is professional. I've seen some really weird, off-putting emails. They're not gonna get you anywhere. So make sure your email is your first name, last name @email.com. Then immediately follow up with a very short introductory paragraph. 2 sentences that tell your employer who you are, what you're after, and what you bring to the table. And why you do that is because your potential employer, the one to whom you send your applications, they're not gonna have hours to go through your CV. Chances are they're gonna spend 20 seconds. And you want them to read it. If your CV is off-putting, if there's nothing interesting, if your CV is boring, it's gonna go into the rejection pile. So make sure you put something that's gonna make them wanna read your entire CV, to spend a full minute to go through it. Something like, I'll give you an example. Let's say you're applying for a role in trading. Trading is a lucrative field. Traders make a lot of money. Successful traders get big bonuses. So if you want to go for trading, I would expect your introductory paragraph to tell me something like the following. A young financial professional with a background in mathematics and trading. I am looking for an entry-level trading role where you can take full advantage of my track record in trading and my ability to make profits. So seeing this as an employer would immediately tell me that first you have skills, second you have capabilities, and you claim to have some achievements, you claim to have a track record in trading, and you claim to be able to make profits. So at the very least, what I'm going to do now is check your CV. I'm going to check your work experience, check your education, to make sure that indeed you are who you say you are. Number 2, your structure. The CV should have a very clear and neat structure. You should have the following sections. You should have the intro paragraph, should tell me about your level of education, should tell me about your work experience, about your skills, any relevant achievements you have. And then last but not least, who you are outside of work. What are your hobbies? So this is the structure. It should be neat, should be short and concise. I'm not going to spend hours going through your CV. I'm going to spend at most a minute. So you want to make sure that this minute I'm going to see all that you want me to see. What you should not be doing is have a long, overly long and messy CV. Think about it as follows. If you have up to 3 years of relevant work experience in the field, your CV should be just 1 page. Maximum 1 page. No one's going to read a 2, 3, 4 or more pages CV. If you have between 3 and 5 years of experience, put only 2 pages. If you have over 5, 3 at most. This is it. This is the golden rule if you want people to look at your CV. So follow those steps. Next is your education. Now this should be relevant education. And again, if your education is something that's going to impress your employer, let's say you've graduated from Harvard, you've graduated from Oxford, Cambridge, then you should put that as a top section of your CV. Show what you've studied. If you achieved good grades, put it there. Now what to do if you've done poorly at your university, or let's say you have not even been to university. Again, this is not necessarily a deal breaker, but you need to make sure that then I don't see that first. You want to influence me by putting your work experience or your achievements before your education section. If your education is poor, start with your work experiences. Impress me. Impress your employer. Think about what is going to show you in the best light possible. Because this is a competition. You're fighting tooth and nail against other excellent candidates. So you want to beat them. You want to be number 1. So make sure your CV shows you as number 1. Your CV should show you as a winner, not a loser. Next section, your work experience. Make sure your work experience is relevant. And what I mean by that is, it should be relevant to the type of job you're going for. If you're going for a financial job, if you're going for a managerial job, you need to make sure that your CV, the work experience you have on your CV, shows me that you are managerial material. You should have skills and experiences that shows me that yes, you are ready for the next big step. So what if you don't have relevant work experience? Let's say you've worked as a barista. First, if you really have not gained any skills there, just don't put that work experience. But what if you have no relevant work experience? I'm going to do a full section on how you can still get a top job without work experience in the next video. But for now, what I'm going to tell you is think about the skills. Maybe you did not work something directly connected to the subject or the field you want to be doing now. But what skills did you gain from past work that could be useful? For example, think about going for a banking and finance job. Relevant skills there: raising finance, trading, any type of trading. Even could be your own forex account, could be investing on the side, your own bank account money investing into stocks. Could be managing projects, could be managing money, mentoring others, or anything that's related to numbers. If you have any type of experience or skills that you've done in the past related to these subjects, make sure this is what you tell me about on your CV. This is the skills you should be emphasizing. If it's something irrelevant to the job you're going for, don't put it there. It's not going to impress me, it's going to disappoint me, and I'm going to put you in the rejection pile. So don't do that. Only put the relevant stuff, the stuff that's going to impress your employer. Next section, your hobbies. Make sure you do not underestimate this section. Put some professional hobbies, the type of stuff that you'd imagine a banker or a top manager or the boss at your new position is going to be doing. Could be golf, could be surfing, kayak, could be playing a musical instrument, tennis. Think about if you were the Wolf of Wall Street from that movie, what type of hobbies would you have? These are the type of hobbies you want to be putting here. And go easy on your actual hobbies, would be my advice. Do not put something that might put you in an unprofessional light. So follow these steps, and I guarantee you will start seeing a lot more invitations for interviews, the type of jobs you want to be doing. Now, if you want a little bit of a more detailed guide on how to write a CV, if you want a template that you can easily use, I will give that to you as well. Check out my website, it's in the channel's description. It has a direct link to a website where I give some freebies, I give some templates, CVs, motivational letters, so check those out. And you can download one quite easily. I'll put the link in the description of the video, so check it out. And also, if you like the content, if you want to see more content like that, leave me a comment. Tell me what kind of stuff you want to see. Tell me your experience with writing CVs, what you think the do's and don'ts are. And don't forget, like this video, subscribe, hit the notifications button, and I'll see you in the next video. And tell me, are you ready to get rich?